Hello, everybody. Oh, I guess you can hear me. Okay, I finally got this thing up. So, hello. And today we are going to talk about email marketing, the power of consistent email strategy, and how regular communication builds trust and boosts sales. Please let me know in the comments if you are watching this live with a hashtag live, and if you are watching the replay with a hashtag replay. So today we're going to talk about email, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit different light, because it's not just about email marketing. And I think that email marketing gives people like the heebie-jeebies or whatever, right? They worry that people are going to get mad at them, that people are going to unsubscribe and things like that. And so the way around that is, one is to use your KPIs, right? Use those performance indicators that tell you how many people are unsubscribing, and then compare that to industry standards. When you do that, it's going to help you to monitor that and make sure that you're not getting like an overly large amount of people unsubscribing, because people are going to unsubscribe. It is normal. It is fine. People will unsubscribe, and then they'll even come back to your email list. And don't think that just because somebody unsubscribed that they're lost forever, because that's not necessarily true. I've had lots of people unsubscribe from my stuff and then come back to me. Number two is, I want you to think about emailing as not just marketing, but as part of your communication plan with your audience and your clients and your customers. Because when we think of it more as communication, I think it's easier for you to not feel bad about emailing them. They opted into your email list and they know you're going to send them emails. If they don't like it, they can always unsubscribe, right? That helps you to kind of get over that worry that you're bugging people, right? And that they're going to unsubscribe and they're going to be mad at you, or those sorts of things. I mean, maybe that might happen. And on occasion, it might happen. It depends on your niche. It depends on your audience. And it depends on how often you were emailing them before, and then how often you email them now, as ramp up your email communication, right? Because here's the thing, like, I have a client who has like 500 subscribers. We did an email campaign, and she got, over the course of that period of time during that email campaign, she got 8 new clients directly from that email campaign. And she got 3 new clients kind of, in a roundabout way, not necessarily from that email campaign. But the thing is that when you start communicating with your subscribers on your email list, you just become more skilled at speaking to your clients, and it makes it easier for you to close deals and attract new people and all that. So she got 11 new clients out of that 500 list. And that was like super exciting, right? Because that's awesome. And it's about industry standard, which is about 2 to 3%, somewhere in there, of conversions when you do some type of an email campaign. So see, when you start looking at the numbers, how different that makes you behave, right? Because you could think 500 people and she got 11 clients. Wow, that's amazing. But it really is right around industry standard. And if you're always performing right around industry standard, you're doing good. But remember, the industry is usually an average, right? The industry standard. And so there is room to improve as you get better. And so that's why using KPIs is such an important part of your growth strategy, right? Because once you start paying attention to the numbers, you stop worrying so much about whether people are going to be mad at you, or they like you or don't like you, or they unsubscribe or don't unsubscribe. You just start taking the numbers in stride and knowing that now that data gives you information for you to make decisions about your next move, right? And always when I do email campaigns, I always sell stuff. I mean, it is very rare that I don't sell anything. It happens. There's flops, right? If you try something new, it'll flop. Or if you try something new, I mean, I had a situation where I tried something new, sent out an email, and then I got completely derailed and I wasn't able to follow through with that thing. And so I never sent any more emails. So one email isn't going to do it. So if you think you built a course and you go through all this effort, you build the sales page, you do all this, and then you just send one email out and nobody buys it, and then you think, oh, that's it, nobody wants it, so I'm just going to give up. Well, that is going to be a surefire way to fail, right? Because one email is not going to do it, especially in this day and age when people are getting so many emails. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't necessarily want to hear from you, because they subscribe to your email list for a reason, right? For one reason or another, they subscribed, they decided that they wanted to receive emails from you. If they don't want to, they can unsubscribe. But now let's talk about those email unsubscribes, because as you get more skilled at email communication, you can start segmenting your list so that you are not sending so many emails to your entire list. You're sending emails out to smaller little segments of your list instead of your entire list, and that can help improve your rates, right? Your open rates, your click-through rates, and your conversion rates. And so think about that as you're building, when you're thinking about your tagging strategy. I like to use tags for sorting out like what type of lead magnets, what type of topics people are interested in. And that really helps me because I have a lot of lead magnets out there, right? That's one of the ways that I build my list is by leveraging lead magnets. And if you don't have a lead magnet, talk to me. We should talk, because having a good lead magnet is going to help you grow your list and help get people on your list because they want that specific thing, and that helps you grow. So anyway, back to my topic on segmenting is that when you start segmenting, then you can create actual funnels. So you think about your customer journey while you're segmenting your list and how they purchase from you and what phases they're in when they're purchasing. And then you can start creating different types of campaigns for those people at different phases in their business. And that way you can serve a wider audience, but you don't have to be emailing the ones who are more advanced, all of your beginner stuff and your beginner stuff, all to your advanced people. So does that make sense? Because here's the thing, when you're building your business, you're often, especially if you're like a business to business coach, or if you're any type of a coach, really, as you learn and get more skills, you're going to be building out more and more assets, right, for your clients to have. So you might build templates, you might build advanced strategies for people who've already been through, say, your 12-week startup program. Now you've got this 12-week program, but then you want to have something that they can continue in, right? Like a maintenance program, or continue in with a subscription type of a program or something like that. And so as you're building those things, you're going to have more advanced topics that they're going to be working on because they've already been through your first 12-week program. So that's kind of the idea. And you're not going to be able to help yourself. That's why you have so many ideas all the time coming to you, right? Because if you're working with clients, they're giving you ideas. They're giving, things, the obstacles that they're facing, and then you help them overcome that. And then now you have another asset because you've created some sort of an asset for them to manage that particular obstacle. And so that's the idea. So when you start out, you might be thinking about one particular audience, or you might have a hard time narrowing it down. And that may be why, is because you're not thinking about where they are in the customer journey, and you got to meet them where they are, and then go from there, right? Go from there and then start catering to them as they mature in your area of expertise and in that transformation that you provide. So back to email. Email is something I just don't want you to be afraid of anymore. And I have so many clients that come to me and they actually have an email list and they have never emailed them. They're afraid to email them. And I just want to say it's okay to email your list. It's important to email your list, and that is how you're going to make sales. Remember that these days you can make $40 for every dollar you spend growing your list. That's huge. So, I mean, if you just made half, if you just made like if you spent $1 and you made $2, you'd be happy to, but be able to make $40, that is incredible. And so that might not be, you know, something that's happening now, but if you could get it to $2, could you get it to $5? Could you get it to $7? Could you get it to $10? That's the idea, right? And so the more you segment, the more you focus in on how you're doing your email marketing, you'll get, you know, more skilled at making and maximizing the amount of profit you can make off your email list, right? And when I say that, you know, don't feel like, oh, you're being a predator. You know, that's because that's one of the other things, like people worry about feeling or looking salesy or predatory or something like that. No, you have a service that you are providing. It's a legitimate business and you are providing a service for your customers and your clients. And it's your responsibility to do that. And if you don't do that, then you're not serving your clients, right? You need to share with them what your offers are. So if you grow your list using a lead magnet and you nurture that list by, you know, giving them other types of resources, maybe training videos or, you know, just a little tip or trick in the email or whatever it is, then you make offers, you are going to make money. It's going to work. It's just, you know, we have industry standards for a reason. That is the average performance of everybody's email campaigns out in the world. You can look at them. I think it's Constant Contact, or one of them has a pretty good report on how by industry what the open rates are and stuff. And speaking of that, I have a link to it, I believe, in my Black Friday emergency rescue kit that you can grab. And I will put that in the comment. Hey, I have it here. Grab this Black Friday emergency rescue kit, and it's got a whole thing for you on how to do a Black Friday email campaign and when you should send the emails. And then it talks about the industry standards and then how you can compare and how you can do a lessons learned on that whole thing. But once you do that, now you have the framework for an email campaign that you can do. And that way you can send the right amount of emails so that you are maximizing your sales, right? Because the thing is, like, yes, you can send just 5 emails and you might get a few sales. But if you really want to get that industry standard, you're going to have to send, you know, somewhere between 5 and 12 emails in a full campaign. And so that's why you want to plan it ahead of time, and you want to make sure that you leave enough room. And obviously you're not going to send 12 emails in 1 week. It's going to be over the course of 3 weeks or maybe even 4 weeks to send that many emails. And so your sale is, you know, it's a true campaign. And that's one of the things that I teach my people in my programs, is to create monthly campaigns so that everything is just kind of more flowing. It's easier. It's just something you do, and you kind of take that emotion out of it so that you can do your due diligence in marketing your business and communicating with your subscribers what your offers are, nurturing them, building those relationships, and then, you know, making your dreams come true. Okay, I hope that helped. Be sure to grab the Black Friday Emergency Rescue Kit. And then also, don't forget, I'm having my masterclass at the end of the week. So let me get that link for the registration and you can get signed up. I still have it on my old website because I'm still working on getting that transferred over. So, yep, it's November 1st. And so it's going to be at a different time. It's usually at 11. It's going to be at 8 o'clock. I just had to do that because of Halloween and stuff, and it just wasn't working out to do it that way on my last day of the month. So November 1st, after you have a candy hangover or whatever it is, you can come to my class and then what that drip campaign can do so that you have a way to nurture your audience without having to remember to email them all the time. You set it up ahead of time. And then we also talk about JV partnerships and how you can leverage relationships with other businesses who serve the same customers you do, but have a complementary product. We go through a whole scenario on that. It's kind of fun. It's a really great masterclass. everybody's really enjoying it who's coming, and it will give you a lot of good, juicy things to work on. So you'll get my link to my book. I hope that helps, and I will see you guys in the comments. Okay.